Americano, Americano. Ciao. Benvenuti tutti. How are you, loves? Welcome. How are you, sweethearts? Welcome. It's been some time, hasn't it? Hope you're all doing fantastically. Let's have some fun. It's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it? So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna make some food. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk about some stuff. So if you're in the house, let me know. Just drop a note. So we're just here with Robert right here to my right. Dr. Robert, he's right over here. And my mom. And Dr. Lars is upstairs and everyone is online. So you know what we're gonna make tonight? We are making Bolognese, but a white Bolognese. And this sort of has a little bit of history to it. And I have my laptop over here so I can read about the history of this beautiful white Bolognese, which is a very old recipe. I'm going to talk to you about it. So this recipe was first documented in, here we go, 1891 by Pellegrino Artusi. And it was from his book, La Scienza in Cucina e l'arte di mangiare bene. So it means the science in the kitchen and the art of eating well. So he had this fantastic Bolognese that was very simple. It was very simple. It was just lean veal in fillets, pancetta, butter, and it was part of an onion, some carrots, some celery, nutmeg, black pepper, maybe a little flour, a little broth. Ciao maestro, how are you? Ciao maestro, Gregory, come stai? So this is where that sort of recipe is taking its a little bit of inspiration from. Now, it is not exactly like Artusi's because I don't have filet of veal, and sometimes they would pancetta. I didn't have pancetta, so we're doing sort of what we had in the house. Hi, Maestro. Hello, Fricka. How are you, sweetheart? So I'm wearing my Ciliegie earrings, my cherry earrings. My fabulous. I found these. I love those. So I just thought it'd be fun. I actually made it up already behind me. I made one up already because this takes a while to cook. Not as long as a red bolognese, which can take the Marcella Hazan can take 4 to 5 hours. This takes maybe 45 minutes, but I'm going to show you what I've done. I'm boiling water behind me for rigatoni. Hello, Miss Cheryl Burkle. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome. So I was just talking about this pasta. Hello, Susan, how are you? So this is a white bolognese that takes its inspiration from the Macaroni alla Bolognese by Pellegrino Artusi from 1891. And so it was from his book, The Science in the Kitchen and the Art of Eating Well. It was a very simple bolognese and it had no tomatoes, no red anything in it. It did not have any tomato paste, nothing. So I actually sometimes prefer white bolognese. I know everyone in the house is very tomato oriented, not me. Because I'm a singer and I don't like all the acid all the time. Hello, ciao Yodo, how are you? Come stai? Hola diva. Everyone is in the house tonight. And so we're gonna start this right now. I'm gonna start the, gotta unlock it, guys. Unlock. It's been a while, sweetheart. You know what happens. Here we go. Gotta turn it on. First ingredients, hello, Miss Cheryl, are just carrot, onion, and celery. There's no garlic in this, olive oil, and a little butter. So that's what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna turn this on here. And we're just gonna turn it up. A little olive oil. I've already chopped, finely chopped onion, a white onion, red, carrot, and celery. Now they may have chopped this much finer. You know, I know my friend Kelly Shea and all the CIA grads would be cutting it much better, but I do it mil rustico. And so that's how I'm doing it with my wooden spoon. Grazie. So I do better without all the tomato acid too. Yeah, some people do, Susan, and I do too. Tomato's lovely. It's delicious. Here's olive oil. Lots of glugs of olive oil, guys. Hi, Sissy. Everybody's on tonight. So a lot of olive oil and a little bit of butter. Just a little dab will do, you guys, because we know the butter is for flavor, and the oil helps it not burn. So we're going to get that going. And then we're going to put the carrot. My mother is over here in the corner just laughing. She thinks it's hilarious. It's funny. Hello, Sissy. So we're making a white bolognese. I'm boiling the water behind me. So when it starts to go, I may have to ask Rob. And then I'll show you what it actually looks like. And Rob has declared it delicioso, the white bolognese. There's a little cream at the end and a little Parmigiano Reggiano to finish it. So here we go. If my voice goes in and out, it's because I had very bad laryngitis for about a month, of course. So I was just really at the end of it. It was not a nice one. It was very not cute. So I'm just being very gentle with it because my voice is just coming back. But it was not very nice. But you know, as singers, where does it go? Always right to the throat. So here's some chopped white onion, carrots, and some celery. Lovely. So there we go. Very beautiful. So we saute that down, guys. This is where it takes time. We saute this down for about 5 minutes. And close to the end of that, we'll just add salt and pepper. Boom. That's it. Very simple. There are also, at the end, hello, Terry. How are you? Welcome. At the end of this, there's also porcini mushrooms and porcini stock. It's not part of the original recipe. This is the recipe I actually found from the New York Times. And this is a very nice recipe, actually. So it does have a little porcini mushroom. If you have dried porcinis, I reconstituted mine, and this is the stock from them, so you can use the stock. It's beautiful. It's very umami flavored. There's the word. And then you chop up the mushrooms very fine. I'm going to put those in at the end. But I'm going to show you, because if I spent the whole time, I mean, it'll take about 30 minutes, actually, so we can just chat since everyone's in the house. And I have a beautiful facial of onion, carrot, and celery. There it is, love. And we're just going to saute that down right now. Things are falling on the floor. Robert, direttore. Thank you, Terry. You're so sweet. That steam is great for the skin, isn't it? It's fabulous for the skin. But you know, I'm obsessed. I work a lot on this skin. I'm obsessed with every skincare. You know what I like lately is a lot of the Korean skincare. That's the big buzzword now, right? But you can get some really nice products, and they're not too expensive. And of course, my Lime Life products, I have a whole bunch. Hi, Maura. Love you, Terry, sweetheart. Love you guys. Hi, Miss Mo. How are you, sweetheart? So we're making them white bolognese tonight, guys. Really lovely with the rigatoni and the voice. So here we go. Just saute that down for about 5 minutes, and we can chat. So what are you guys up to? Are you making food? Are you making this along with me? You guys will love this. It almost reminds you, it's very subtle. It's not as strong as like a really red bolognese. You could have pancetta with it, which I didn't. I didn't have pancetta, but you could put that in the beginning. But what I do have, I'm using sausage, actually, and ground beef. That's what the one from the New York Times calls for. Some ground pork sausage. You could use spicy. Ho fame adesso, anch'io. I'm very hungry. That's right. Everybody is on tonight. Ciao tutti. So there's a lot of, this is just a lot of, not smoke, it's just steam, guys. So just saute all this down. I also put, if you want, I put really fresh nutmeg in, and I did put a bay leaf when I made the first batch, just because I like the essence of bay. I can almost smell it. I have my feet up after work, Allie said. To my sister, you know, she's a chef and a singer. We do everything here in this family. And Allie works, she cooks for this really fantastic school out in San Francisco. So that's why she's putting her feet up, because you know what it's like being on your feet all day, cooking. Yeah, that is it, guys. So I just thought it'd be fun to come in live again. Are those cherries le ciliegie, Terry? But you know that one of my favorite duets in the world is the cherry duet from L'Amico Fritz. You remember that because I sang it with you. And it was from L'Amico Fritz by Mascagni, one of my favorite composers, Le Ciliegie. And it's the beautiful cherry duet, one of the most beautiful duets ever. No one does it enough. It's so lovely. So I just love cherries. I have a cherry dress, but it was just a little too cold tonight, so I'm wearing my off-the-collar shirt, you know. But I do have my cherry dress. But it was just too cold to have everything out tonight, not when I'm recovering from this. So there it is. I was going to wear something really sparkly in honor of the Grammys last night. Hi, Sharon. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome. Because the Grammys were wild. I didn't watch them. I just watched some of the costumes and the great gowns. And a good friend and colleague of mine, beautiful Karen Slack, won. Her fabulous album won, and she had a great outfit on by Vinnick. And you know, fabulous. Remember the hats I would wear and things? Fabulous. So she was wearing that beautiful, gorgeous. I'll post it on my Facebook page. So congratulations, Karen. Brava, diva, you got it. Hello, Marie. How are you, sweetheart? Also a shout out to, is this still going? Yes, it is. To our dear friend. Yes, Cherry Duetto, memorable per sempre, 6 euro. That's right. The fabulous. It's on recording. You look up Cherry Duet with Christina Lamberti and Aeronava, you're going to hear something from YouTube. I mean, it's a few years ago, maybe about 500. No, I'm kidding.
92.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Mom. Lord, she had to tell the year, didn't she? 92, really? Everyone else was like just in diapers. Oh, I don't think I need it anymore. Thanks, dear. Rob, the director, is fanning. You know how these shows are. You need like a whole crew. You know, that's how it goes down. Do you remember when I did this every day, guys, for like 80 times during lockdown? Those were the days, right? So we're sauteing this down. I'm going to add a little salt. I have some lovely sea salt here and some fresh cracked pepper. And we're just going to season that. And then you'll see what I'm going to do. Bobo, would you mind getting the meat in the fridge? Oops, because I had it out, but I didn't want to leave it out all night. Oh, fame adesso. Everyone's fame adesso. Okay, guys, so actually, this should have been at room temperature. Please forgive me. But I had it in the fridge. So this is a bit of ground pork, sausage, and this is 90-10 grass-fed beef. So I just had this. So I'm using both. So now you put it in here and you brown it up. You brown it up and you chop it up. Grazie. And you grind it like this. You just get it all beautifully. You can see that. Okay. So now we're going to brown this up, guys. This takes a little bit of time to brown all this. But so I did this about an hour and a half ago behind me. So you're going to see what it looks like at the end when it all comes together, because there's a little bit of sort of cooking and everything has to reduce down. The wine. Now it calls for 1.5 cups of white wine. I do have the recipe online from the New York Times, but if you look up white Bolognese, there's a whole bunch of recipes you can find, guys. Whole bunch. What are you making? I made one of your recipes once. Oh, it's Sharon. I'm making a white Bolognese. So it's a Bolognese sauce, basically, with no tomato product in it. And it's with carrots, celery, onion, ground sausage, and also ground beef. So we're going to brown this, and then it has wine. White wine is what it called for. Hello, Brondo. How are you, Maestro? How are you? Another fabulous chef. All the chefs are online tonight. Brondo has an astounding restaurant in Easton called Il Cavallo. It's outrageous. It's the most beautiful thing. If you can go, because it's off the chain. It calls for white wine, guys, but I didn't have any in the house. If you don't have any, use red. I'm using a Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley that we have. So I'm going to use this next, and I'm going to brown up the meat. Then once all that browns, and I have all those lovely bits on the bottom, then I'll deglaze the pan with about 1 cup of red wine, and then you have to let that cook off. Then I add the beef stock to that, let that cook off. Then you add the beautiful stock from the porcini mushrooms, boom, boom, boom. And the porcini mushroom bits, you cook that down. And then at the end you add heavy cream and a little parm, and then it's done. There it is. Is that boiling, babe? Oh. So we just have to brown the meat now, which takes some time, guys. This takes a little bit of time. I'm going to turn it up so it gets really, it could burn. We're not going to burn it. We're not burning it. But meat is best when it gets really, really browned. It has that lovely caramelization, and then you take the wine, and all those bits are the best part of it. It's so delicious, guys. So we're just going to cook this down. So many chefs online tonight. Fabulous. So I just thought it'd be fun to come in. I'm going to try to come in every week. It's just been a busy time. Plus, I didn't have a voice for about a month. It's good times. Had to cancel everything. Cancel singing, cancel teaching. It's not fun. So slowly getting back. So tomorrow's a big day. I teach my students tomorrow. And we're going to be going to Denmark in the summer for concerts. More concerts. That's what I'm trying to get. If you want any concerts, guys, let us know. House concerts, food concerts, Dining with the Diva concerts. We're actually wanted to do one here at the house, and that's still in the works. So we're going to put out invitations. You guys can come. I think the max is maybe 20. We don't have, like a stadium here. So the living room can maybe hold 15, 20. So we're thinking of doing that the next couple of months, once Lavoce is completely back. So here we go. Just get all this beautiful yumminess and get that really seared and brown. And then we're going to deglaze it with the wine. You can use white. I'm using red because that's what I have in the house. And also a lot of nutmeg. I use fresh nutmeg. It's the best. You have to use the fresh, guys. Get the big, lovely ball of nutmeg. And I put a huge amount, almost half of it in here. Hi, Mick. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome. Everybody's on tonight. Hope everybody's well. I know it's been a crazy time and it's cold, but wherever you are, maybe it's warm where you guys are. I hope so. I would like that right now. So, yes, sweetheart, thanks. Robert is behind me. That's the director's hands. Hello, Lori. How are you? Welcome. I'm just grating some fresh nutmeg that I'm going to put in with the sausage and the ground beef. I like a lot of it. For me, there's nothing better than the smell of fresh nutmeg. I adore nutmeg. It's really the best. So I love to use a lot of it. See, here it is. Looks like little shavings, wood shavings, but it's delicious. Dump that in. Save it. Boom. There we go. So we're just gonna, looking fabulous. Thank you, Lori. So we're just gonna saute all this up and then we're gonna deglaze it with the wine. So we're just gonna show you the steps sort of quickly. I know it's so foggy with the steam. It's all good. You just want to get this really good and brown and all the meat cooked through. All that. Any questions? Have you guys ever made something like this? Have you made a white bolognese ever? They're quite lovely. The red is delicious too, don't get me wrong. The red is beautiful, however you make it. But I find this one is quite different. It's a little more subtle. It's very rich because of the mushroom. You don't have to put the mushroom in. Many people don't put mushroom or porcini stock. You can just do it very simply with broth, let it cook down, and finish it with a little cream and cheese at the end. It's delicious. So we're just gonna get that done. Really get some browning on it. There it is. There's the little brown bits. You can see them there. And then we're gonna pour in our vino. And you'll see it's about 1.5 cups of wine, but since I've halved the recipe, hi Joe, hello sweetheart. What kind of pasta makes? I'm doing rigatoni. There you go, Brondo. I don't know about that. Brondo is astounding because Brondo, he has a huge kitchen and he makes everything himself. I don't know how he's doing it. It's off the chain. From bread to dessert to, 5 courses. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So there it is. I am not doing that. I'm doing one big thing here. Here we go. So Rob put in, we're just doing rigatoni, but you could do bucatini, you could do penne, you could do just spaghetti bolognese, which is the traditional. They used macaroni in the original recipe. I think it was a large macaroni. So you could do that too. I love rigatoni. I think it's delicious. And all the little sort of the tubes take in some of the pasta and it's really delicious. So I thought I got a really nice rigatoni at Aldi, a bronze cut rigatoni. They had it from Italy. I think it was $1 something. You see Bobo's wrist, Ali said. Yeah, it's Priano rigatoni, from the bronze cut imported from Italy. Here it is, guys. Very good. It's only this rigatoni was like $1.80 something. So very good from Italy, bronze cut. Hello, Antonella Di Giulio. How are you? Come stai? Spaghetti. Yeah, it's my favorite too. I love bucatini. Delicious. So actually, Antonella is a fantastic pianist and educator and lives in Buffalo. And she sent me this recipe of artusi online and sort of reminded me of the original recipe. So thank you, Antonella, for your inspiration. I appreciate that. So here we go, guys. See the brown here? And once we get the wine in there, it's going to get all those bits. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? Everybody's on tonight. Monday is the night. I'm going to do Monday nights. But usually I'm teaching. I have a lovely student that I teach, but unfortunately she was sick tonight, so I wasn't there. So I thought I would do my live tonight, guys. So now we're going to take some wine. The original recipe calls for white wine, but I have some red Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon. So I had it in the house. I'm just going to use it. Well, thank you, Jacqueline. You're very sweet. Here we go. I'm just going to put it around. Put it around. There we go. Maybe about 1 cup, guys. And I don't like to put it directly on the meat. We put it around. Where did I learn that from? I learned that from the great chef, Marco Pierre White. Fantastic. British, Italian mother. He's wild, he's cuckoo, but you watch some of his videos, he's off the chain. And I love him, he's brilliant. So he always said put the wine around the base of the pan, not directly on it, especially if you're doing stuff because it just soaks in there, so you want it to all boil off. Monday fun day. That's right, Jojo. Monday fun day. That's it. So now we have to cook off the wine, and it said keep it at a pretty high rapid boil for the wine, not to do it too low. So that takes a while to cook off. You will know it's done when you don't smell that acidic wine smell, because I know Marco Pierre White says you learn a lot from listening to the food and smelling it, not just what you're looking at. So when you hear it, the sizzle, and also the smell. So if you put your nose down there and that bite of alcohol is still stinging you, you know it's not cooked off. That's the thing. Did you know that? Mom. Did you know that, Mom?
I'm just amazed at you.
Well, it's because I watch a lot of videos on food. And I read all my stuff. And Lars and I love Marco Pierre White. He does a whole thing on YouTube just for Knorr. Like the Knorr cubes and the stock pots and the stuff they have in England. And he has these great recipe sections where he does bologneses and pies. And he's brilliant. Watch him. Marco Pierre White. Watch some of his stuff. He's hilarious. He has later stuff. He has early stuff. He had a Michelin star restaurant, 3 Michelin stars. And he gave it up. He was like, I'm out. I'm done. But very interesting. He was the one who actually had Gordon Ramsay working with him very early on, when Gordon Ramsay was like 18. So just sort of fascinating to watch, how they sort of progress. But his shows are great. So all of the YouTube, you can learn so much of cooking. Plus I get the magazines, Cook's Essentials, is that it? Cook's Essentials and, is that it is? Yeah, Cook's Essentials. Cook's Illustrated. Cook's Illustrated. You know that one, it's fantastic. Non dimentica. No, harissa. I don't have any harissa. But plus harissa is so spicy. Harissa is that beautiful Tunisian red garlic, peppery, very almost like it's not like ketchup. It's like tomato paste. It looks like, but it's spicier and very hot. It's amazing, but I can't take it. But if the Moroccans and the Tunisians would throw that in here in a second. Fantastic. So let the wine cook down. Hello, Master. Everyone's on tonight. Hello, Gregory Shepherd. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Welcome. We're making a white bolognese in honor of Pellegrino Artusi from 1891, from his original recipe of a bolognese, which was basically small fillets of veal cooked in broth with carrot, onion, celery, some butter, nutmeg, pepper, and done very simply. No red sauce, anything, no tomatoes, no paste. You can put maybe a little in if you want, a touch of tomato paste, but the original didn't really have any in it, I believe. You can watch a lot of these shows that it's so hot in here. It's because I have it up to 1400. I'll turn it down. Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that, sweetheart. So I just wanted to try it without the red. I often make it with the red sauce. Hold on, I have to stir behind me. Stir the rigatoni. See the rigatoni, guys? There it is. There's the rigatoni. There it is. Let me see where we are. Yeah, you want al dente, but I'm sorry, guys, you're making me laugh. You want it al dente. You want still a little bit of white. That's too much white. Americans, we don't really like it as al dente as the Italians, but we should. Why? Because the glycemic index is not as high when it's al dente. When we cook it into an oblivion of mush, then you're in trouble. So have it al dente, pull it out, and then cook the rest in here. Antonella said, I'm coming over there for dinner despite what we just had dinner. You're going to drive from Buffalo. Okay, come on, Antonella. We should get together, Antonella. I'm coming to Buffalo. We'll do a whole show. You can talk about music. We'll sing, do the whole thing. Plus, you can play. You're a gorgeous pianist. So, fantastic. Okay, guys. See, the wine is getting soaked up. You see it. It's getting all delicious in there. And then after the wine, we put in the beef stock. Now, I do not have homemade beef stock. I have here from Aldi. You can use beef broth. You can use bone broth. You can use your own broth. You can use vegetable broth as well, they say. I had some beef. I was going to put that in here. And then at the end, we'll also put in the porcini mushroom stock, the porcini mushrooms, some cream, some cheese. Then I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's going to very much transform. And every layer of the wine, of the broth, of the mushrooms just adds another depth of flavor to it. So it really maybe would take about 45 minutes to an hour if you can sort of speed through it, make the whole thing. Not like the red sauce that takes a good, if you really want to make the red sauce, it's 4 hours and it's always better the next day. So it's a couple day process for the Bolognese red one. But this one is lovely. So just gonna cook off that wine. See, now that I smell it, it's not burning my nose. So I know that the wine is cooked off. Hello, Marsha Thompson. Hello, sweetheart. Welcome. We're doing a white Bolognese tonight with rigatoni. Is it almost done, you think, babe? Wait and see. Then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, guys. Hold on. We're just going to... Woo! It just goes from, you know... Oh, yeah, the Italians would pull it right now. We're going to let it a little bit more. And as you see, I'm not cooking it in a ton of water. As you see, I'm not cooking it in a boatload of water. Marcia said, are you simultaneously live on TikTok and Instagram? No. Is there a way to do that? Can I do that? Because if there is, please inform me, because I'm not all the best with this crazy technology things, as you see. I need, you know, Rob to tell me the technology. I mean, I'm pretty good, but then TikTok... I go back and forth on TikTok. I think it's great, but I can go down a rabbit hole, and if I have that on my phone, good Lord. I love Instagram, but if we could do that simultaneously, that'd be great. I just didn't know if you could do lives unless you had so many followers. That's what I wasn't sure about. I know on Facebook it doesn't matter if I could do YouTube lives, but I think you need like 1,000 followers, and I only have 241, guys, so let's get on it. So... I know I'm not on the Click Live, but if you go to YouTube, my Dining with the Diva channel, please subscribe if you haven't. It's free. And it's so wild because I watch all these podcasts like Diary of a CEO and Mel Robbins who have, you know, millions of followers. And they are literally saying most of the people that watch don't subscribe. 50%. I think it's astounding. They need you live here. I think that'd be fabulous, Miss Marsha. Fabulous. Let's go. So... Here we go, guys. See, the wine is practically sucked up. You can see the bottom of the pan now. There we go. Yes, it's good too. Diary of a CEO. Yeah, there's some great podcasts, but even they, at the beginning of the podcast, say, please subscribe. I mean, 50% of you do not subscribe. And all you have to do is push subscribe. I don't get it. So, I know I'm not on there, but please push subscribe for mine, because I need 1,000. I need 1 million. Then we can just do this all the time. So, there it is, sweethearts. Now we're going to add the beef broth. You can see me through this. Here we go. We're going to put about a cup of beef broth in. I'm not doing as much because I want it to cook off more quickly. Because the live is going to be longer. 80% of my views do not subscribe. Antonella, right? You have a great YouTube channel and great learning. It's fantastic. 80% of the viewers do not do it. That's what's astounding. I know when I watch YouTube, I don't care what it is. It could be like Lars and I are watching something on Formula One, cars. It could be about cooking, makeup. I subscribe. I don't care what it is. Because that helps everyone with their biz. All I have to do is push subscribe. That's all. It's not difficile. So let's just subscribe because it's very simple. But a lot of people just forget because they figure, oh, they have 1 million subscribers. I would love 1 million subscribers. That would be off the chain. Yes, we could be getting some fabulous things, and they'd be sending me all sorts of cooking things and makeup things and clothes things and earrings things. Go for it. So if you haven't, please go to my YouTube. It's Dining with the Diva. You'll see all my videos. Please click subscribe or like. That would be really fabulous because I'm going to try and upload these videos, even though I know they're Facebook Live videos. I get it, guys. I know I have to start doing the whole YouTube videos, but that's very different. And see, I'm a performer and I love the interaction with the audience. That's what I love. Just sort of, as Rob's sitting, really? That's what I love. That because I love to chat with you guys. I love the whole participation, the audience. I love that. Just sort of filming for YouTube is a very different thing. You don't have the interaction, which is different. If you want to stream multiple platforms, you need to use OBS. I will send you something later. Thank you, Antonella. Thank you, sweetheart. Thanks, sweetheart. I appreciate this. Okay, good to know. Thank you for all your information, guys. you know so much. So that we have the beef stock in there. I put about maybe 3/4 of a cup in. Now it's just boiling off. I'm gonna put it up a little bit higher, if I can see it. Yeah, up to 1400. Oh, holy mass. Okay, guys, now it's off. Pasta's done. All the water cooking. It's actually good. Oh yeah, perfect. Marsha Thompson, I love you. Thank you for subscribing. It takes a long time to get subscribers. I mean, maybe some people get them, but it can take years. I've had this channel since COVID. It can take a long time. So, the pasta, oh, I do share. Share it with everybody.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. There it is. So, we have the pasta done. So we're just gonna put this down. And then the next, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna sort of speed this up. You add a little bit. We love you. We need more Dining with the Diva. You're going to get it, Mr. Mick. That's my cousin Mick. Some of the mushroom stock. I'm going to put that in and cook it at the same time just to get things going. That's the porcini mushroom. And then these are the chopped porcini mushrooms. Put those in. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. And now we just saute all this down and we let this all come to simmer, simmer, simmer for probably 10 minutes or so, guys. 10 minutes or so, let this simmer, let this get basically so there's not much of the stock left. You don't want it soupy. You just want it a little bit wavy. As the Italians call it alondra, which means on the wave. That's for the risotto. When you make risotto, they want it sort of wavy. They don't want it sticky. Have you guys ever had a great risotto out? It's tricky. In Italy, they can do it. But it's because it has to be made fresh and it takes some time. So now we just cook this down, guys, and at the end, we'll taste for seasoning, salt and pepper, nutmeg, and then we can add, at the end, fold in just 1/3 of a cup of cream. You don't need a whole cup or 2 cups of cream, just a little bit to thicken it and sort of make it nice and unctuous and a little richer, very lovely. And then we're gonna put that in with the rigatoni and put some Parmigiano Reggiano, and it's fabuloso. So will the copper one work on here? I don't know. I don't know if the copper pot works on the induction burners. Induction burners are tricky. So here, guys, is what it looks like when it's done. Now, granted, this is now been sitting here, and so it's gotten a little bit cool, but this is, I know, it looks very different, guys. But this is what it looks like. I'm not going to put it in here. I don't know if it'll work. Let's see, sweetheart. Let's see if it works. It's actually not even hot. So I can put it to here. Actually, and I don't know if the copper works here. It doesn't. Yeah, copper does not work on induction. There it is. Okay, sweethearts. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put it behind me then, and we'll just keep cooking this. And I'm gonna heat it up behind me, and then I'll come and I'll put it together. So here we go. Let me get it one more time here. Boom, boom. Okay. There we go. These induction burners, crazy. So cook that down. I'm gonna cook this up now and get this going. I have the heat behind me. And I'm gonna toss it with some of the rigatoni and add some cheese, and then you're gonna see what it looks like. This will keep cooking. We'll cook this down a bit more. This needs maybe another 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll add the cream to it, and it'll end up looking like this one. That's what it'll look like. And you can use some of the pasta water to make it thin it down a bit, which is helpful. Rob's behind me stirring, because we have to have 2 things going at once, because that's what we have to do. Because this takes so long to make, I wanted to show you what the actual one looked like finished after I cooked it for some time. And Rob tested it, and it is approved. Yes, it is approved. So this you'll cook down for another, 10, 15 minutes until all the liquid's basically absorbed. And then you're gonna add the cream to it. I mean, if you don't like cream or dairy, you could add a cashew cream, half and half if you don't want it as rich. Maybe even have, full milk, full fat. But I'm doing a little bit of whipping cream. Here we go, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is. Okay, guys. There it is. Okay, sweethearts. This is what it is. Here it is. There's the real deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the broth from here just to make it a little bit wet. There you go, guys. See what this looks like? There's the real deal. Hold on. Here we go. I'm I'm gonna put some of the pasta in. Here we go. So it has some of the pasta water. Here we go, guys. It's like crazy. Okay. So you're just gonna see this now. Me bringing it together. I mean, this isn't working, so it's okay. It's off. So basically, I did some pasta water with this, so it's not as heavy looking as you would think. It's not supposed to be this heavy, thick cream sauce, see? It's supposed to look like that. That's what it looks like, guys. It's supposed to be very loose, a little bit loose, not so thick. That's what they do. They use the pasta water to bring it together. And then some beautiful Parmigiano Reggiano with my... Hello, Marcus, how are you? Here we go. See, just now it's quiet because the thing went off. So now we finish it with some Parmigiano Reggiano. There we go. Fabuloso. I'm not thrilled about these. Sometimes I don't like the feathery thing of this. It's a little bit, I like a thicker, the way the Barefoot Contessa does it. She, hi Laura, how are you, sweetheart? Laura Guglielmo. Her family owns a beautiful winery out in California. Here we go, guys. So, see, now we mix that in. Look at that, guys. Hello. Look at this. Guys. It's a beautiful sauce. I'm telling you, you'll turn on to this and you'll be like, red sauce? What? No, no. You want this one some more, for sure. Right, Babo?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so now we're going to have, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's not too heavy. Look at this, guys. There it is. Okay. We're going to plate it up. Here we go, my loves. Some fresh black pepper on top. Some more Parmigiano Reggiano. And you are good to go. Here we go, guys. Hold on. Because we have to have everyone try it. Oh, hello. That's so wild. You know who's on? Colin Campbell.
Oh my God.
Colin Campbell, hello from New Zealand. Colin, he just reached out to me. My grandfather, on my mother's side, is Campbell, and we just became acquainted with a second cousin. And once removed, Colin, and he just reached out to me on Facebook, and he lives in New Zealand with his wife, and he's Scottish, and was born in Scotland, so related to me. So that was really lovely to have family in New Zealand, because I know a lot of Lars's family is in New Zealand too. They moved there and live there. So that's fantastic. So welcome, Colin. We're just doing a beautiful white Bolognese with rigatoni with fresh Parmigiano Reggiano. We're going to try it, guys, because it's going to be sick, right? Let me see. It's the whole... as I blow it out. Oh, yeah. What did we make? We made a white bolognese, Laura. It's sausage and cream sauce. It's close. So it's... that's really good. That's intense. But we'll try that. You know, freak out. It's intense. It's very flavorful.
Very intense.
It's intense. It's delicious. So what it was, it's a white bolognese. So it's basically a bolognese, but without the red sauce. It has sausage, mild sausage. It has hamburger. I mean, hamburger. It has ground beef. You could use ground veal. You could use ground veal, ground turkey, but I use ground beef and carrot, onion, celery. And then I use the beef broth, wine, and also some porcini mushroom stock and a little bit of porcini mushroom. And a little bit of cream right at the end with Parmigiano Reggiano with rigatoni. And it is to die for. Oh, yeah. It's delicious, guys. It's very different than the red sauce. It doesn't have any hint of red. There's no red. If you're wanting red, everyone loves red. I'm trying to get us all off the red sometimes. I mean, the red sauce is delicious. Don't get me wrong. Tomatoes are fabulous. But I love sometimes just to have the taste of the pasta, taste these sort of vegetables and not have them just sort of covered up by the red sauce. So it's really delicious. Hello, Paula. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome. So try this out, guys. The recipe was a New York Times article recipe. There's a lot of white bolognese. If you Google that, you'll see a ton come up. And there's some with sausage, with no sausage, with nutmeg, with mushrooms, with no mushrooms. There's a lot of variation. So just try it out. Hello, Marcus. She's back. You're so funny, Marcus. It's really delicious. Try it with rigatoni. Try it with spaghetti. It's so, so tasty. but really good, guys. I mean, look at that. It's so lovely. It's just a different sort of thing. You see, that's what it looks like in Italy. It's even when you get the Bolognese in Italy, this is kind of what it looks like in Bologna. I've had it. It's not just covered in red sauce like we do here. I can't deal. It's intense, but it's delicious. You don't need much of it. So wonderful. So thank you guys for staying with me for 40 minutes tonight. Go and make this. You're gonna have a great time. It's delicious. Let me know how it goes. I'm gonna be back once a week. I'll figure it out because I'm busy as the dev right now. But I'm gonna figure out which days. Monday nights, but usually I don't get home from teaching till 6:30, so we'd have to have it all set up. Can I tell them? Yeah. Good news for Robert. Robert has been my friend since I was 12. And we're now not 12. We're 20. So he was a professor in Indiana, Pennsylvania for many years. How many years? 15, 12. And he was retrenched, which basically means booted. Just like everybody was. You know, after COVID, it was a good time. You know, we remember that Lars and I, our university, CUSO, locked the doors. Bye. See you later. Lost our jobs, both of us. So that was a good time. So hello, Shanice. How are you, sweetheart? Speaking of Nyack. And so he was in Chicago looking for jobs. He's put out applications for 4 years, okay? Has his MFA, directing, brilliant, taught, directed everything. It is not cute out there sometimes trying to find work. I mean, poof! And so he now, I can say it, he has accepted a job far away, not happy about it, I'm not gonna cry right now, in Oregon, in Ashland, which is fabulous. That's where the Shakespeare Festival is, if you know it. Beautiful little city. And so he's going to start in September as almost associate professor of drama at Southern Oregon University. So we're all very proud of him. We're going to be going out there. That's right. Get your cars ready because we're going across the country. And he's going to be there. And everyone's on the freaking West Coast. My sister's there. Lord have mercy. So there it is. So just want to say thank you to Robert, but we're going to be doing lives and I'm going to use him as much as I can until he's gone. That's right. That's for sure. So you're going to be seeing all my lives for sure. I saw that. And yeah, we did all the plays together. We were in Brigadoon and Camelot and Oklahoma. We were the star leads. So maybe before we're gone, we'll sing Heather on the Hill for you.
Yeah.
Kebab size. that meant no. So thanks for joining me tonight. Glad we're all back. I will be back because why not? Let's just have fun. Let's just have fun. That's what we got to do right now. Let's just have a good time and eat and have fun with food and just enjoy each other and all come together as a community. Isn't that fun? So love you guys. Be well and stay positive. And I love you all. Woo woo bobo. That's right. Woo woo the bobo. And thank you to everybody here, to Robert, to my mommy, to Dr. Lars upstairs, to everybody in the family, to Sissy and Joey. And I will see you soon. Let me know if you want to see a certain recipe. And we'll do it, sweethearts. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Ciao, ciao.